We learned that in 2050 there's going to be around 10 billion people on the planet, and therefore we saw like a big opportunity in vertical farming because the environment is getting much hotter and it's like longer summers without any rain. When I was 19 years old, I started a grow shop here in Denmark called Gourmet, and we were selling grow lights, grow equipment basically for the medicinal cannabis market, the home growers. So the way it works in Denmark is that it's allowed to sell the equipment, but it's not allowed to grow medicinal cannabis. However, we found that it was morally correct to teach people how to do it because there was a lot of legalization going on in America, and we felt that it was right to show people how to grow this plant, basically because of the medicinal properties. And after 4 years, we grew the grow shop to be the biggest grow shop in Denmark, Hjalmar and I. And then after 4 years, we sold the shop to a new owner. And then we started growing microgreens.
We started back in 2019, so we just had our 4-year anniversary actually, and I have been doing all sorts of work in the company since we started. Right now I'm mainly working in production and being the head of the production. I've been working with the sales, finding new customers, doing presentations of the product for hotels and distributors, and I was mainly working with that and also doing the deliveries in the start. But as of the latest year or so, I've been head of the production and working with that and scaling up the production for all of our customers.
We learned that in 2050 there's going to be around 10 billion people on the planet, and therefore we saw like a big opportunity in vertical farming because the environment is getting much hotter and it's like longer summers without any rain, and it's really difficult to control the environment outside. We learned that you can grow plants indoors and contain the environment and completely control it. It's called controlled environment agriculture. And that was really interesting for us because we could see the opportunity of growing plants in a controlled environment all year round and being able to produce the same amount of produce in the same qualities. And instead of the restaurants that we now deliver to, they would order their products from the Netherlands. Then we could produce it locally here in Denmark and make sure that it was locally grown and local quality, and we could deliver it much more fresh because we didn't have to transport it 700 kilometers. And this was basically what started the ideas around vertical farming and what got us into it.
We have been doing a lot of trial and error in the beginning. Since we started, we were trying to find out which seeds we like to work with and have the best results with, and also like scheduling and how do we make the seeds always be ready on time for the customers so that they can expect the same quality of our products every time. Trying to find out what does it require to run a vertical farm that keeps on growing as well. So there's been a lot with finding out what sort of climate does they grow the best in, when would they need water, how much water, and at which time some sorts drink more water than other sorts. So finding out, well, how do we make the pea shoots perfect every time, how do we make the radish sprouts perfect every time, and so on.
4 years later, we have the facility here in Ringe in Denmark.
And also we have started franchises. We have at the moment 3 franchises.
And we have grown the company to 25 employees. And then we have 2 other companies, one near Copenhagen and one near Aalborg in Denmark. So we're operating 3 farms in Denmark right now. So after a year we started growing mushrooms And basically we are operating three farms in Denmark, and we started a farm in Czech Republic as well. So in Czech Republic we are growing microgreens, but we want to scale all the possibilities of what you can do in a vertical farm. We want to grow salads, herbs, mushrooms, microgreens, and also strawberries is coming in the future. I can't tell you that much about it now, but we found a really efficient way to make bees pollinate flowers inside a controlled environment, and that's also something that's gonna come in the future.
And we are working very closely with Paris, have a good collaboration with that company, and I'm very confident that with Paris we have some of the best lights in the market. The labor has become more intensive over time in combination that we are also growing and getting more customers, getting more sales and growing in that area as well. There's a lot of planning going into having a production like this, because you have some sorts that maybe take 6 to 7 days to get ready, and then you have some other sorts that have like maybe 12 to 14 days to get ready. And having everything ready on time is super important. You can expect the same range of products from week to week, and that is very important for our customers, because everybody wants something different. And some customers even have, they have some special orders because they want to have maybe a special system in their restaurant or in their hotel. So we have also helped them with a special setup where they have all of our products on display, and it's set up with lights and watering so that it grows in front of their customers, so they can cut it and they can use it still as fresh as possible in their restaurant, and it gives something visual to have that on display, and it's a very nice gimmick for the restaurant. Since we have been doing this for almost like 4 years now, there has been a lot of growth in the company, which is of course very nice, but it also means that you have to grow with the assignment. And lately, within the last year, there has been a lot of hiring and working with new staff and finding out which competences people have and what can they work the best with. So some people are good at helping in the production, some people are good at marketing, and some people we have given like a new area to work with, and also like helping develop the company as well. So that has also been a great experience to have people working alongside you that are really motivated, and you know that you can expect something from them, and they are also really good at the jobs that you set them up to work with. So it's also nice to have that sort of responsibility, but it also requires and demands a lot from you as a person, which is a hard task at times, but it's something that you learn to grow with over time, and everything becomes better with that as well. Right now, from what I'm doing at the moment is of course making sure that day-to-day operations is always up to date. And I am talking a lot with customers and distributors, and finding out what do they want from us, what kind of products do they want, is there something that they want that we don't currently have, then we will try to set it in production to meet their special needs. And of course you always have to try and stay on top of things. Sometimes there is like very busy weeks, some seasons are more busy than others, for example up to Christmas, or sometimes in the summer we have to be ready for that there will be a higher demand for the products, and of course be ready to meet those needs, so we don't have like a missed opportunity and are missing out on sales. So it's tricky to learn these things, and it will be better over time, learning from your experiences. That is mainly what I do, and of course make sure that all the products always are in the same quality every week. Making sure that the staff that I am working with are doing their jobs well enough, and if they are not doing it regarding to what lives up to my standards and the company standards, then it is my responsibility to make sure that they are trained properly so that we can always deliver the same quality.